Okay, good morning guys. Just had to pop to the shop. Thought I might do a video on the little things in Japan that sort of make you happy. And what's been this sort of video on is I was listening on a conversation my wife was having with a few friends, and the snow's just melted. So what happens where I live, there's this vegetable, it's called Fukino, and this seeds itself in the ground every year. It's sort of seeding sort of thing. And when the snow melts, this stuff comes out of the ground. And I was listening in, and the ladies were just so excited, you know, that they haven't been able to eat this vegetable, it's basically a weed. And it's a bit bitter. It's not the greatest tasting thing you'll ever put in your mouth, but it's sort of a cultural thing. And they're super excited that this vegetable's about to come out the ground, and it's genuine excitement, you know, of the change of the season and things like this. And it's I'm sort of like sitting back with a bit of a smirk on my face, you know, because I'm not. You know, I might live here, but I don't have the same feelings as sort of someone that's sort of grown up here sort of thing. So I sort of see it as a vegetable and nothing to get too excited about. But anyway, I had a bit of a smile on my face just watching these ladies get so excited about it. And I sort of realised I'm a little bit the same way, getting there slowly. When I first come here, I'll be driving past where the peaches were, where they had peach fields and stuff, and my wife's family and that were in the car, and they go, "Oh, peaches," you know, as we're driving past the peach fields, and this with the same level of excitement. And the reason I say this is because I grew up in Australia, and you could eat a peach any time of the year. If the Australian peaches weren't in season, they'd come from somewhere else, and they'd still be in the supermarket. So no matter the time of the year, no matter the circumstance, you could always buy a peach, or you could always buy an avocado. You pick the vegetable or the fruit, and it's always available in Australia year round. And the only difference is the price, obviously. The price fluctuates a bit. So it sort of reminds me, like the shoppers and the people back home, they don't have the sort of excitement and the genuine sort of passion about things that they have here. Because if you look at the average shopper, you know, they'd go and they'd get their stuff and they'd come back home and they'd even complain, well, such and such was this price this week, that's outrageous. And even if it was just at the normal price, they still wouldn't have the same level of excitement that they have here for little things like this. And it's a bit of a shame. It's sort of, you get the excitement by waiting and by going without and things like this. And I've never seen this level of sort of excitement and genuine happiness just for little things like you know, like a weed coming out the ground, or it being peach season or apple season or things like this. You just don't get this where I'm from. And when I come here, obviously I had the same sort of attitude. I worked in kitchens for a long time, and if we needed anything, we'd just make a phone call and we'd have the produce the next day. And that's sort of how it is. So there was never really any sort of happiness about it, getting these things. And this is the sort of thing, I know it's small, it might even sound a little bit weird, but this is the sort of feeling you get here. You do get a little bit, you slow down a little bit, and you feel excitement, you know, just for little things. Like in 3 weeks' time, we have to plan out our potatoes. Because the snow's melted, I've got to get the potato field ploughed, and last year I did it with the ladies, I did my own field, and I helped with another one of the ladies doing their field as well, and they're talking about this as well, and they're excited, you know, to get their potatoes in the ground. But where I'm from, you know, most people think, too much work. I can just get a sack of potatoes for 20 bucks. Like, why would you bother? Like, where's the sort of joy in that? And that's the sort of way I'm sort of coming around, is just sort of having a total change of mindset about things like this. It's not about the money. It's not about how much work you put into it, into whatever you're doing. It's the joy of just doing it, or just not eating a peach for 9 months and then being able to eat it. There's a joy there that you just don't get sort of in the consumer culture that sort of I grew up in the suburban areas and whatever. People just talk about what it costs, and there's no real, I don't know, sense of fulfillment when you grow your own stuff and you finally get to eat it. Can you put a price on that? I don't think you can. You can never get the same amount of enjoyment as eating someone else's potatoes that have been shipped in or whatever, or God knows, you probably don't even know where they're from half the time. Most people just look at the price. They don't really care too much about where their produce comes from. They're only worried about the cost. And the only time you get a bit of excitement sort of where I'm from is when people get a bargain, which is pretty sad really, isn't it? That they're able to buy something, you know, at a super cheap price, which is, it's pretty sad really. So that's one thing I've noticed since I've come to Japan, is my mindset's changed a lot, and I sort of had the same attitude as well before I come, not really having too much respect for stuff, especially working in kitchens. When you're working in kitchens, you've got to be very wary of controlling your costs and things like this, and there wasn't really no sort of passion there either. It was all sort of making sure that you had a profit so you could pay the wages and pay the rent and stuff like this, you know, working for somebody. And there wasn't a lot of satisfaction in it. Definitely nowhere near the sort of satisfaction of growing your own food with friends and things like this. So this sort of, maybe this video is about sort of how maybe living out in the rural areas changes your mindset a little bit, and it's for the better. So yeah, I'm up early. I've got to go and get some wood in. I've got a big takeaway order I've got to get out at 10:30, so I've got to get this oven ready. So anyway, if you've got any sort of opinions on this, I think you know, even just having your own sort of place to sort of grow your own stuff. I mean, you could be earning a 6-figure salary, but and going down and getting your Starbucks and whatever. Do you think you'd be as happy as you know, growing your own food and cooking it up for your friends? I've noticed that there's really no price on this. The level of happiness that you get giving away stuff and things like this. So I've had a bit of a change of mindset, and I think it's for the good. So anyway, as always, hope you like the video.
Let's go.